Nope, absolutely not. And you know, there's someone else who wants to get in on the act because she's tired of Teresa's bull. Is Caroline Manzo. She called her out. And Teresa's like, oh, she only did it because she wants her son to get, the podcast. The podcast. Get out of here. Everybody's disgusted with her. Everybody that really knows her is like, we're tired of Teresa's stupid mouth because she's downright stupid. We're tired of her accusations. We're tired of her knocking people, being a bully. So, Caroline's ready to get on that show and knock her for a loop, which she should, because she is alleging that Caroline Manzo has said some things or done things that Caroline did not do. So, good for Caroline that she's sticking up for herself.
Well, she's alleging that Caroline called the feds.
And with the IRS. Well,
the IRS.
I have said who did. And it all went right over their head. I'm not going to say it again because I'm on decent terms with these people. So, but I had a witness who saw someone call them when they weren't getting along. And I've said this for years, but she wants to blame. Caroline would never call the feds. Give me a break, or the IRS. Stop it. Especially with Caroline. I mean, the name like Manzo? No.
Okay, wait. Slow down. Did you tell Teresa you know who called the IRS?
Teresa and I were friends when I got this information.
And you told this to her?
Correct.
And she said, I don't believe it. I think it's Caroline.
She never told me she thought it was Caroline.
And
she never told me that.
And these people that you told her called the IRS, they're not on the show?
They're on the show.
Are they?
That's all I can say.
Are they on the show currently?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
there was someone that was a very good friend of theirs that was in the office when the secretary was told to call. It's like just reporting. Like if I heard somebody wasn't paying there, it was like to report them that they don't pay there. But what happened? But besides that,
I mean, that could only be what can only be.
Well, we're not going to say it though, so let everybody figure it out. But listen,
I mean, it's
Joe Giudice's partner at the time told Joe, you have to pay me what you owe me or there's going to be big problems. Chris Larita went to Joe Giudice and was on the show. They told me, listen, pay this guy this money or you're going to have big problems. And Joe Giudice said, tell him to go F himself. And he was reported, okay, not to the IRS, but the FBI got involved, all this stuff. And that's how it snowballed. It snowballed from Joe's partner because Joe didn't pay him. So one enemy after another enemy after another, and then filing for, oh my God, I'm having a brain freeze.
Bankruptcy?
See, that's what I need you around for, David. So once
and you didn't even have COVID.
No, I did when you all had it. I was negative, but I had it. Remember, I had the when I went for the
yes, but
yeah, thank you. I had them. So anyway, I'm telling you, I'm having a crazy day. COVID so that's how it spiraled. That's how it spiraled. Joe Giudice's partner, bankruptcy, and the call to IRS had nothing to do with Caroline Manzo or Jacqueline Larita, all in the family and the partner.
Who picked up the phone? The partner or someone else?
Well, the partner's
not on the show.
The partner sued Joe. Then it snowballed, and then it just was a combination of things. The other person who called the phone was anonymous.
Did a man or a woman call, you think?
A woman called. She was a secretary.
Well, there's only two people that are currently on the show that were on the show at that point. So.
Okay, we can leave that alone.
I mean, cue the music for the All in the Family sitcom. Okay, so you believe that, do you think that Caroline, because Caroline has said in the past, I'm never going back unless you back up a dump truck of money. I think at this point, she's so mad. If they offered her a nice chunk of change, not as much as maybe she wanted, I think she would go on just to confront her. I don't think she'd go on as a housewife. She doesn't want to do that. I think it would be like a guest appearance. I bet you if they wanted her back here's the problem. It's like New York City. The show is already top heavy. Teresa and Melissa ruined the salary structure for everybody. Yes. There's no money. There's money for Danielle Cabral for $60,000 and Jen Fessler. We have room for 3 newbies. That's $180,000. I guarantee you Caroline would not come back for under $1 million. I'm like,
well, that's to come back. I'm talking about a guest appearance.
You think she would come on? I'm talking about a
guest appearance. Yes. Coming back and saying, you know what, you lying, stupid clown, blah, blah, blah. We never called anyone. Wait, Lila, what do you want? Say hi. Say hi.
Hi, Lila.
Say hi. Hi, Lila. She wants to get down. She's too little to jump on her own. So I'm just saying that's, I think, all she's looking for. She's not looking to be a housewife. She wouldn't fit in with this crowd anyway.
Well, I bet you eventually listen, here's my thing. This whole OG trend, it seems to be the trend. We have Sheree Whitfield back on Atlanta. We have Marlo with a peach. We had Heather Dubrow come back to the OC. Whether it works or not, I'm not sure. The OC had bad ratings in Atlanta. Its ratings are not good. But I believe that I've said this about Lisa Vanderpump. I believe when they don't need Caroline now. It's a great show. But eventually, like the OC in Atlanta, when this is broken, and it will be broken. Let's not forget New Jersey was broken before.
It was very broken.
I believe they will go and give $1 million to Caroline Manzo at some point, and she will be back as a housewife.
All right. And I believe she would take less for a lesser part. So,
and do you think she really will come back and bitch slap Teresa? Like,
I think she wants to so bad, or she wouldn't have said it. She's had it. There's a lot of people who can't stand Teresa. They just can't. Like, you're going to remember all these tree huggers. There's not many in New Jersey. There really isn't. There really isn't. They're from all over. I get it. Whatever. You're allowed to like whoever you want, but we know a lot.
Now you do realize when Margaret and when we change it, you do realize the way to have the best show that will ever exist in the history of Housewives is you will bring back Carol. Listen, we don't have the money for this, but in the dream world, we'll bring back Carolyn and Dina.
Dina would never come back. Dina can't come back to Jersey.
She can't. But could you imagine? She can't. Could you imagine?
It would be great, but she cannot. That's the difference. So it's going to be surprising to see how they handle coming to New Brunswick, New Jersey for her wedding, because she's in the wedding too. And she's probably going to be at Rails the night before. I'm sure Dina's going to be on pins and needles coming to Jersey.
See, here's my thing. This is because everyone is typing in the names. You're not invited. Shocking news, everyone. Kathy Wakili is not invited.
Shocking.
Right. Are you shocked?
Shocking.
Jacqueline Larita is not invited. But listen, I even think, I have a different opinion about Reels. I think this is now like she's told that's where you're going to have it. Because look, if we think about early Jersey, we think about what? The Brownstone and Rails. That's it. Everyone talks about Rails and the country club where were kicked out of, that your mother was kicked out of thanks to Danielle Staub.
Yeah, no, she wasn't kicked out. She was never kicked out. She was a member until the day she passed away. Yeah, she never was kicked out.
Sorry, she was spoken to about.
Yeah, well, they really didn't blame her. They said no New Jersey housewives are allowed back in the place. At that time, I was only a friend, and because my family were longstanding